and watchers and listeners to Sport Talk with D-Watt. I'm D-Watt, and I got Casper on the show. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. With that being said, let's get this show on the road.
All right, we're back for episode 65. I'm here with Casper, as we're going to talk about some of the Tennessee Titans, talk about some NASCAR, some of the Braves, and much more right here on Sport Talk. That being said, let's go ahead and bring him in. What's going on, Casper?
What's up, you nut? I don't have any sports gear on. I'm wearing Superman, but I got my Tennessee Frost Buddy. It fits water bottles, okay? Get you a Frost Buddy, universal, baby. You need to get one.
There you go. I like that. So you're back on the show. You were off last week. So how was your weekend, Casper?
Man, it was I don't even know what I did last week, to be honest with you. I listened to that great show about Georgia Tech. Looking forward to them. Also scared to play them, just for the record. Yeah, it was all right. This weekend I went to Smoky Mountain Speedway up there in Maryville, Tennessee, Brick Mill Road, for those of you who don't know. D-Watt didn't make it. JP bailed. He acted like he was going to go. He bailed. It was a pretty good race, though. It was a little dirty. Took the 3-year-old, and we sat on the front row of the tier parking, and he did not like the dirt. We had to flip the truck around, sit in the air conditioning inside the glass. So it was a good time. Watch Chris Madden lift, D-Watt. What the heck? Chris Madden decided to not wreck Corey Hedgecock in a brand new car. I told the guy sitting next to him, I was like, dude, this is going to be a fight down here in turn 3. And Madden had him and lifted, so that was strange.
Yeah, we see him race pretty hard usually, and not lift. So that's something different there for sure on that.
Oh yeah, what'd you do this week? Anything good?
Oh man, I did a little bit of mowing there on Saturday afternoon. Nice and warm here in Chattanooga, Tennessee area. Did some mowing, did some fishing Saturday morning. Got all my poles lined up. So thanks, Matt, for coming over Sunday afternoon and getting all my poles. So now, Casper, I had like 2 poles. Now I have 11 poles. So my count is really growing. I have 11 poles right now. I got them lined up, ready to go. I got some bad luck with some of the line kind of messing up on me. But I got all my poles with fresh line. Matt came over there and probably spent like an hour over here. It seemed like, and that we got them all dialed in. So thanks, Matt, for coming over. That was Sunday, and watched a little bit of NASCAR there. My boy Ryan Blaney got it done. It was kind of rainy there at the beginning. For those that don't know, it rained up there. So it was good to see him get the win, which he led there late in the race, which is always good to see. It's going to be a dogfight here the next 10 weeks, starting here at Daytona, and then 10 after that. So these next few weeks are going to be very crucial as the chase is back, and the chase is going to get underway here in 2 weeks. So looking forward to some of that. But that is a pretty chill weekend. Doing some bathroom updates coming very soon here to the Watkins household here. So looking forward to. We've really been going over some of the flooring and the shower and all that goes involved with updating the bathroom. So I'm starting to learn about it, kind of learn the price tag on it. And
that price tag ain't going down on the home improvement, dog. I tell you that. I've been to Lowe's and Home Depot. It ain't getting cheaper. I can't tell you that.
So I went to both of those yesterday, and I've been talking to Matt, who's going to be doing the work for me, which is a good friend of mine. So he's been giving me some some good prices there on the deck and or the bathroom, and so looking forward to some of that. But I'll go ahead and lead me into this weekend. BYU is heading to Daytona. I'm going to the baseball game there, the low A baseball game Friday night. Then I'm going to the Daytona, the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar 400. Going that Saturday night. Got the name right there. That's right, I think. It's got some different things over the years. Sunday, a possibility of going to Jacksonville for the Jumbo Shrimp AAA baseball. Depending on the weather. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. It's going to rain at some point down there. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. I did hear a rumor. I feel it's true. They have changed so if it gets to be a storm and any kind of a lightning strike, it was 8 miles. I heard it's 80 miles now. Anywhere from the area, which 80 miles is that's a lot of miles. So I'm not loving that, but it's going to rain, Casper. It just depends when. So we got a packed weekend. We're going to head out Thursday. So it's going to be more of the travel days. I'm going to be on Thursday. Knock that out. Probably 8.5 to 10 hours, depending how many times you stop. 10.
At least 10.
So
Big dog, I drove down there. It's not short. Not
that will
short
be
to
the
Daytona.
longest drive I've ever made in my life. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm going to try to drive the whole way. I want to hold the wheel the whole way and get through it. I think it'll be fine when we get through Atlanta and get through South Georgia, get to Florida. And by the time you get to Florida, next thing you know, hopefully you'll be there. But I've heard some rumors that you get close, you think, like Jacksonville, but you still got a little bit of ways to go there, Casper. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. First time going to that track, first time going to all this is all new for me. So just can't wait to get down there and really experience the weekend on that there, Casper.
I like it. As far as the lightning rule goes, I was there for the 7-mile lightning rule. Justin Haley getting the first win for Spire Motorsports as a non-competitive driver. What was that, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? I don't even know. In 77, and watched no rain anywhere near the racetrack at all. And they ended the race. That was terrible. So first of all, you said it's low A. Who is the team in Daytona with?
The Reds.
What are they called?
Daytona Torghini.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't have the correct pronunciation on it, but
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just couldn't remember what it was for some reason, but well, that'd be fun. I mean, lots of baseball. I'll tell you this: when y'all go on a trip, you just pack it right on in there. We're going 2 baseball games, 1 race in 3 days. I mean, that's pretty good, big dog. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna pack them in there. So I've been to at that point. So after I go, it'll be the low A for the Reds. I need to get to Dayton, Ohio for the high A, and then I need to get to Louisville, Kentucky for the triple A. Then I complete the cycle. I've been to the Reds as well, so I just got a few more to knock off the list there for that.
I like it. Well, so I didn't realize until like maybe 3 weeks ago that the Jumbo Shrimp had moved up to AAA or whatever. I was like, what?
Yeah. It was the Suns,
know that, but
and then they changed because they were with with AA.
Yeah,
kind of like you said, and then now they're the AAA, which makes more sense. I feel like I feel like that's that's big city there, Jacksonville. So I feel like it makes good sense on that.
The only other bit of advice I have when you go to Daytona is don't drive your car on the sand. You'll get stuck. It's expensive to get towed out, and you will get stuck. Don't listen to what people say. You have to have sand tires, and it just don't do it. Second thing is there's this place called Caribbean Jack's. Recommend it for food and have Banana Foster's dessert, which is going to be right up your alley. Okay, you probably don't know what that is, but it's vanilla ice cream, banana, and like this. It's almost like a croissant and like some caramel sauce, and they light it on fire. It's fantastic. You're probably going to want to try that. I'd recommend it 10 out of 10. So, Katie, if you're listening, be sure that you go there and don't let him, get out of that. Caribbean Jack's. Write it down wherever you need to. You probably need to get a reservation. There's this website called Open Table. If you want me to send it to you, I'll see if I can find it for you. But you got to eat there. It's really good. I recommend the Cajun pasta. You can get it with fish or chicken, whatever you want. But it's like the best seafood I've ever had. So just for the record.
Okay.
You got to try.
I'm going down there for all kind of seafood. Each night for dinner, the plan and lunch maybe is get some seafood. Kind of find some. Some things there that I like they're on the menu, and that sounds good to me. I'll have to check that place out for sure. All right, thanks for being tuned in. Like, share, and subscribe if you were on the YouTube. Please give us a like, share, something, please. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for all your audio people out there tuned in. And then we're on Facebook. Give us a like there on Facebook if you would there, please. It's starting to get good there on the Facebook side of things. So let's keep that going there. And then with that being said, we will move into a little bit of news of the week / Tennessee football talk. True freshman Fazion Brandon is the starter for Tennessee Volunteers football team. He's a true freshman there, Casper. I've been hearing some talk about how that he's looking good there the last few weeks. He got the job as of today. So, Casper, what are your thoughts on him starting quarterback?
Big news in Knoxville today at work for sure. I'd say it's about half and half. Some people are like, no, he was terrible in the spring game, and I don't really think that matters a whole lot. A couple things to point out. We also named Joe Milton the starter over Hendon Hooker back in that year, and Hendon Hooker ended up being way better. So we don't know what we got exactly. We'll see what happens. But I'm glad we picked a quarterback. Scared McIntyre might leave soon, but hopefully not. We'll see what happens there. Not surprised to see it, but we did come up with a nickname for him. It's going to be BDB. And y'all just have to figure out what that stands for. Because Fazion that's too hard to say. I mean, it'll be all over jerseys. But apparently, he smoked McIntyre Saturday in the scrimmages. That's the word on the street. And I think it's good to go ahead and name a starting quarterback instead of do this. My Tar Heels, I feel like over the last 10 years, probably 3 times have done that whole two quarterback. You play two, I play two, and you just don't really have a leader that way. So I don't really like it. So glad we picked one and moving on. As far as that goes, did you see other Tennessee news? Did you see Gabriel Georges down there at Baylor? Did you watch that game at all? See the highlights?
I saw some of the highlights. He was getting his helmet ripped away. He was making these crazy just spin moves and getting away from dude. He's like a grown man out there.
I know.
I saw a picture of it in the videos. Like, oh my gosh, that dude ain't in high school, but he is.
Yeah, we might have to go to a Baylor game. I'd like to see Baylor play like a low college, to be honest with you. It's pretty interesting. Marshall Manning also, first pass, complete. Looks like he can move a little bit better than Peyton. I don't know if you noticed, but his legs actually move, so that was interesting to see.
Yeah, I saw that video there. He got out of the pocket there and ran a little bit. Nice throw. Number 16. So it's a good number he's got on there. His jersey, kind of like his dad. And I think it's a good touch. There's been a lot of news here, with all the players down there at Baylor. They're going to bring a lot of attention in with the media and whatnot. So definitely good to see. Good to see there. So Tennessee, you got Furman coming up very soon. 2 weeks from now or less? So it's coming up very soon. It's a good shakeout game, just as a Tennessee fan and whatnot. That's kind of what you want. That's what I would, as a fan. That's what I want to see. Is let these players have a little time to shake it out, get any kind of nerves or whatnot that's been built up throughout the last couple of weeks. Shake it all out. Beat Furman by, I'd say 42 points.
50. Anything less than 50 is unacceptable.
Okay, so
balls by 50, baby. Don't forget
about 50. Stay healthy. Then you got the matchup. Then the next week in Atlanta, I did hear from my dad. The ticket sales for the Vols are picking up a little bit there, but my dad's saying 70-30 Georgia Tech fans. So that's the word on the street, and that's a fair number. So I guess just as a sports fan, I'd be curious how much orange we do see in that Bobby Dodd. And it is what it is with all that type of stuff. But that's coming up very soon. So football's here. So definitely looking forward to some of that starting up. And we'll just go ahead and jump on into some of that new football games this weekend. You got North Carolina Tar Heels versus TCU, 12 o'clock on Saturday. You got any thoughts on this game here, Casper?
Does that even count as a game? I mean, you're missing like half of your coaching staff, I guess. I mean, I don't have a quarterback. They don't have anything. They're going to be terrible. Give me TCU by 50 in that one for sure. In Dublin, are we over this Ireland game? I'm just curious. So it's 12 o'clock. I know they do that kind of week 0 game day thing. It's like a half game day. They're going to have McAfee go over there. He had a couple too many adult beverages last year. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that whole Ireland thing. You like it, or you think that ship has sailed? Time to move on.
I think it sailed on. Tech played in that game a couple years back. It's cool and all, and it's a cool experience. But as long as the stands are full and fans over there are into it, and our fans are traveling over there, then I'm okay with it. But it's just a long ways away, and it. Like that game, like who's really going to watch that game? I say they're going to do it, then have some high-ranked teams over, or have something different where it makes you want to watch the game. That's my take on that.
Yeah, kind of like talked about, a while ago, maybe having bowl games at the beginning of the year. That'd be cool. I don't know. I don't love it, but it would be better if it was, 2 decent teams, which I guess like TCU should be decent and Carolina should be decent, but they're just not right now. So, when they schedule these things years ahead, I guess it's hard to know. But, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we don't get smacked around.
Yeah, I'm curious how long the coach can last there at the UNC Bill.
Less than 6 games. Belichick, less than 6 games. 0-6, gone. Bye.
Yeah, it's time to get somebody that's a little younger and for a good future. I'd say it's time for a change at North Carolina. All right, NC State versus Virginia. Got the conference game right out of the gate there at 3:30. I was kind of shocked to see that early in the year, but that's when they're playing this Saturday. So I know you don't care for NC State, but they're kind of a mid team there in the conference, but they're always very, very, very good. It seems like you're able to get 7-8 wins a year. So they're a team that can be consistent with the winning. Tech beat beat us, beat them last year, or got beat by them last year. So definitely him to watch. And then out west, you got Memphis and UNLV at 10 o'clock kick. UNLV is a team that can be hot there if they get the right players in. So I'll be curious with the coach. Coach Mullen there out there out west. We'll see what he can do. He's been around here in our area in the past. Now he's out west. I think if he can have a decent year, maybe he get back to a big conference. But I'll be curious there on Casper on that game out west.
Yeah, I mean, that one's not that good. The NC State Virginia game, like I said, being opener. I mean, that's probably a good, decent game. Virginia's been pretty good here the last few years, and like one of those teams that you don't want to mess with. It's in Charlottesville, so. I don't know. I can't believe they're probably in conference games already. That's insane to me, too. I wonder, is that one of those weird ones where it's not a conference game, it's a conference game? I haven't looked at both their schedules to know. But, in the ACC, now that we live in this modern era of, where Stanford's in the ACC, we play some dumb stuff. So, I don't know. But that'll probably be a good game to watch. And we'll see what USC's got, out there, too. San Jose State, that's a big-time game, I suppose. But yeah, looking forward to a little football, I guess. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Not Carolina though.
It's been a while, but it's going to kick back off this weekend, and I will be tuned in from Florida. Hopefully, I'll catch some of these games there that evening hours. I'll be checking it.
Real important though, because if you're not back, if you're not on a podcast next week, we need to go ahead and make this. We need to get this official. I want to hear it out of your mouth. I need some Georgia Tech fans to make some picks instead of say some vague stuff. So. Colorado at Georgia Tech, Thursday, September 3rd, as in like 10 days from right now. Is Georgia Tech going to put the smackdown on old Dion, or is Dion going to come in there and, what did he say? Something about not having a curfew. So, I mean, y'all going to put the smackdown on him or what? What's the plan?
We'll go put a smackdown on Dion. Dion might not even be there. So there's some court issues with his son being a bankruptcy court drama with the other son, Shiloh, I think his name is. So it's all I'll talk about. I think he'll be there, but it's the same week. The court date is the same week of the game. So we'll have to see. But back to the whole Dion thing is, we're going to start 1-0. We're going to win by 10+ points. And we're going to drop the hammer on Colorado. We're going to send the boys packing. I don't think they're going to be that great this year, and I'm just going to say it. And I think we're going to get the win 1-0. So let's go on to the 2-0 game. Let's go get it out now of the way here. I kind of gave a hint last show. We're going to start 2-0. We're going to have a great party at my parents' house. We're going to heck up a party. We're going to get loud over there. I'm not sure if Amy and Ryan and them are going to show up. These Tennessee fans showing up. That's all right. They can wear that orange stuff, and I'm going to wear the white and gold stuff, and we're going to have a good old time. But no, it's going to be 2-0 start for the Jackets. Then we get our kind of our softer game. And then we're going to get on into the schedule there. But I like having these tougher games. As a fan, it's tricky because if you lose them, it's not good. But if you can win the tough games, take care of the small games, and then take care of your conference games, it could be a really good year. And we got a great backfield there, Casper. I hope you're ready to see it. We're stacked. Got the guy from Michigan. We've had some players that already been there. We got the quarterback. I mean, if you really break it down, it's going to be a year for the Jackets. You better be ready. We're coming.
I think probably the best thing for y'all is that Boo Carter is going to be within 2 hours of Chattanooga, so he's probably going to get arrested. That'll probably help the Georgia Tech case against Colorado. I would think. I'm sure he'll make a stop back up there and hang out with his buddies. That's what he's good at during the football season. That's what got him kicked out of here. But Dion likes him like that.
Oh yeah, Dion. The thing about Dion is he was a star down there with the Falcons and whatnot. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of non-sport or sport fans in general going to see Dion, and Dion's got all this like. Security guards, and he's got his police. I'm sure he's got a lot. He brings a lot of baggage with him, and
I'll be riding with the Jackets hard. So y'all better get it done.
So I'm looking forward. It's gonna be a game. I don't love that it's on Thursday night. That would be cool one to go to, like just as a big Tech fan and as a big sports fan in general. To say I saw them play and Dion be a coach, that'd been pretty cool to say. But I was kind of looking at the getting down there and whatnot and work hours, and it's just going to be tough to do. So put that game on a Saturday there, Casper, and then I'll be trying to go.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's shift on to the NFL. Let's go do the NFL talk here real quick. Got the Tennessee Titans. We're 2-0 in the preseason. I don't know what it counts for. I'm going to say we're 2-0. That sounds good to me. You got the Seahawks last week or last night, and the 49ers last week. So we got 2-0. Some of this Cam Moore talk. So let's go ahead and go into Cam Moore a little bit here, Casper. Some of the headlines have been he's not playing that great. So is he going to be a bust, or is he just going to take a while to get going to be good?
I'd say by halfway through this year, you'll know. It's probably just a prediction kind of thing. I guess I don't know how I feel about him. He was okay in college. He's not that great though. I mean, I really don't think he's that great. I thought he was overrated coming out of Miami. So unfortunately, I think he's going to be a bust. It probably would have helped if he didn't go to the Titans, if we're being honest. Sorry to all you Titans people, but it just seems like Titans don't have a whole lot of good luck with draft picks. You know, the Will Levises of the world and such. So I don't know. We'll see what the Titans got. But yeah, preseason games don't count. Don't start with me. That's not 2-0. That's 0-0. Haven't won anything. Haven't lost anything. We have no idea.
I do agree with you on that because got players playing the backups and one. I do like to see the guys that some of the big names play, and then you kind of get somewhat of an idea. But I get it; they're hard to watch, and you got to be like a diehard to really try to get into those games. But at least just to see some stats and see how I feel about the team. Titans are coming up soon, so we'll get that kicked off here very, very, very soon. All right, we will move. We'll keep the show on the rolling, and we will move into some of the Atlanta Braves baseball talk. The Braves are 76-55, and only got a 3-game lead over the Phillies in the National League East. That number is really going down there, Casper. We hadn't talked about the Braves on here in a minute. And last time we talked, they were up 7-8 games. Now it's down to 3 games. So do you have a cause of why we're going downhill?
Can't hit the ball, man. The half the reason I called you tonight to make sure we had a podcast is I feel like every time, we skip one, they have a couple bad weeks, so we need to get that turned around. But, yeah, I mean, I just can't hit the ball at the end of the day. Also, played the Brewers, pretty good baseball team. So, we'll see what happens. You enjoy all those day games back to back to back to back to back to back to back?
I didn't even get to watch a single one of them. I was too busy working, running that solid work, and I check my phone each day. And then, I guess I was surprised they had that Friday day game. I've never really heard of a Friday day game. And Saturday, sure, sometimes you get that afternoon slot there on Fox or whatnot. But, it's been a tough stretch. Got swept by the Twins. So that was tough. You got to be able to go up there on the road and take care of the Twins, I feel like. So there we got the Dodgers Tuesday through Thursday. So this is going to be another crucial matchup to really see where we're at here in August. As a fan, I definitely want to see us get 2 of 3. Let's get in here and win early on. If you're going to drop one, then save that for Thursday. But let's win Tuesday, Wednesday, get 2 of 3. Then we're going to bring in the Rockies Friday through Sunday. So this would be one I'd like to see us get the sweep. And I just want to see us be hitting the ball better, kind of like you said, get back on base. Pitching is going to be crucial. I just got to see these guys that we have is can we trust these guys? Because as we get closer to the end of the year and into the playoffs, I don't want to see like Chris Sale go up there and not do that great look. Kind of like he did, was it Friday he pitched? So, got to see these names that we have get going. But that's just some of my thoughts for this coming week there, Casper, is hopefully we can only draw 1 game. That would be my goal there, Casper.
Yeah, I mean, Dodgers definitely tough. My thing is I keep seeing people talk about the pitching, and I get it, but also, like, we just hadn't scored enough runs. I feel like the pitching's kind of taken a little bit more of a beating than it should be. I've said on here we just got to figure out how to get 5 runs. So, or close to it anyways, but haven't been doing that. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, Dodgers coming up, and then Phillies, 4 games at the Phillies. I'm afraid that my prediction is going to be right. If I recall back, I had us somewhere around 90 wins and finished in second to the Phillies. So we're going to find out somewhere here pretty soon. We're getting pretty close to crunch time. So we'll see what we got. I guess we got Bryce Elder for the start tomorrow against the Dodgers. So at least they're coming here, I guess. That's about the only good news I got. But the road trip, Washington, Philly coming up next week. So it's going to be a tough little stretch. And we'll see. We're playing Phillies, 7 times the next how many ever games is left? Ain't many left. So, better get some wins.
Yeah, I think it's good that we're playing them late, which was kind of odd that we played them early and we didn't play them again until the end. Yeah. Now we're playing them at the end. These games are going to be very crucial. If you can win 2 or 3 of those series, then you're going to be safe. One last time, we're going to jump back into the football. I missed some of this. Deshaun Watson has announced the starter for the Browns, but he got booed by the fans there, Casper. I saw the clip of the booing. He took it personal, but then the next day you hear he's starting. So why is he starting for the Browns, Casper?
I mean, because they got a bazillion dollars invested in him, but I mean, it's pretty awkward whenever, I mean, not only did he get booed, but then he got up on the podium after the preseason game and talked trash about the city and people booing him. And it was really strange. A lot of people thought maybe they're just going to get rid of him. And I'm like, you can't get rid of him. You're paying him like $5 million a day. So, like, you can't do that. But, yeah, I don't know. Interesting thing there. Be something to watch over the year, I would think, as he starts getting booed more if they start losing a lot. So, I thought it was strange, that they had to come out and say he was QB1, given how much money he's making. Like, he should be. So, yeah, they've kind of got themselves in a weird situation with that one. But my favorite NFL news of the week. So Lane Kiffin is officially an NFL recruiter now. He doesn't recruit high school. He don't recruit other colleges. Now he's recruiting in the NFL. He went and got his boy from Ole Miss, Ja'Cory Wright, I believe is his name, and tied in. So he went. He's been with the Browns, and he said, "Nope, I don't want nothing to do with the Browns. So I'm just gonna go down here to LSU and probably make more money that way." So yeah, I thought that was pretty whack. My Tennessee guys, we still got one that had a $400 plane ticket that he suspended 2 games for. But it's okay if you go hang out with the NFL and practice and work out and all that.
So this whole So I just want to make sure on my end. So the guys can play in the NFL or play in the NFL, and then they can come back to college. Is that correct?
Yeah, it has something to do with some ruling that a judge made about it. It's all wonky. Nobody can keep up with it because it changes every other day. We had 14 judges rule this stupid stuff in sports. You had the same kind of situation with the Alabama basketball player. I'm over here like, so can Diego now go transfer somewhere? He had a lawsuit early in the year. There's been so many different lawsuits where they're trying to sue and get eligibility back. I mean, you got guys like Joey Aguilar that was also a part of Pavia's lawsuit. So where's he sit? But he's on a roster currently. I don't know that he's going to make a team, but he is right now. It's a mess. I hate it for sure. Did you see the other Lane Kiffin news? I just saw this not long before we started the podcast. They had the FBI swept Ole Miss for bugs because they were worried that Kiffin had bugs in the locker room still at Ole Miss. They had the FBI come in and do a sweep for bugs in the locker room today. That's crazy. That's insane, dude. That is insane. I don't know if it was today. I just saw the news today. That's crazy that they had to call the FBI in to sweep for cameras. But, I mean, they got TikTok in there, so what do they need that for? I mean, well, you didn't talk about that one either. Did you see Alabama's now got TikToks going on in the locker room? You think Saban would have let that happen? You think Nicky Saban would have been okay with that? I didn't think so either. Soft West Coast football, man. That's what happens.
Oh man, yeah. So that's some of your football talk. Everybody tuned into the show. Pretty good week there of different news coming out. So I like some of that. All right, that will put us into some of the NASCAR talk real quick. I got some questions here for you, Casper. So this race was in the rain there at the beginning. Then they kind of got it. It took a minute to get it dried up enough. So they go with the rain tires to begin with, I believe, and then they have a competition caution, lap 40. And it is a non-competitive pit stop. So right here on the show, should NASCAR have non-competitive pit stops to change the tires from wet to dry?
Absolutely not. I got an idea. Let's play a football game, and then let's just play the first quarter, and let's set the score back 0-0. Absolutely not. The dumbest thing. These guys are paid enough money. NASCAR's just said, okay, we're throwing a caution because the track's wet. Before the race, you get an opportunity to come down and change, put on whatever tires you want. They shouldn't tell them ever what tires. They should say, here's some wets, here's some dries, put on whatever you want. You run it, you wreck it, whatever. I don't care. And they're going to make the right decision. I don't like this thing where they mandate when they have to put on dry tires, when they put on wet tires. Screw it. I don't care if Carson Hosbar's spinning out before the race starts. That's his own fault. He also should have got black flagged and penalized and put to the back for passing the pace car. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, he did. Did you see he almost hit the pace car in the pace laps?
I did see.
He spun out off forward. Like, he looked like, dadgum Corey Hedgecock up here, like hitting the outside line, trying to drift it in the rain, and then about hit the pace car. That would have been a bad situation. So, Should have got penalized for that. But yeah, no, they should not have competition cautions telling them what to do. And how can you have a non-competitive pit stop? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
When I was watching it live, I was literally like, "What are we doing right now, NASCAR?"
Yeah.
It just seemed like these are pro athletes, these are pros. Why are we having these slow, weird, easy in, easy out pit stops? I want to see us compete, and I want to, and also I want to see these guys be able to pick if they want to keep the rain tires on or keep or get slicks on. I think they're old enough that they can be able to decide what they want to do. And if at that point, it's always kind of tricky. There's always a little, there's always something that's going to pop up. But my only thought was real quick is I thought NASCAR was thinking for safety, maybe with the pit road being a little bit damp. That's my only hope is that's why they made that decision.
At the end of the day, you have pit road speed limit. Same if you're on rain tires or dry tires. And hey, somebody gets hit, somebody gets hit. I mean, we saw Christopher Bell hit his own crew guy. That had nothing to do with rain. I mean, it happens. I don't want it to happen. I don't want guys to get hurt. They've slowed down pit road speed from 20 years ago when you used to just go wide open. They don't do that anymore. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying I'm trying to jump out in front of a car doing 55, but I mean, like I said, they're at top level, so don't tell them what they have to do. They know what they're doing. Let them figure it out. It'll make for a better show. Some guys would have started that race on dry tires. I'm telling you right now, people would have started that race on dry tires, and 5 laps in, they would have been faster because it dried in a hurry. Especially since they dried the track before they started the race on wet weather tires. That was dumb too, but a whole nother story.
Okay, I got one thing that I'm going to try here on the podcast on Facebook. I want to try a poll on maybe Mondays or Tuesdays. I want to poll and ask y'all which event do y'all watch more of on the weekends. Do y'all watch more of the NASCAR, college football, NFL? So I'm going to try a little poll and put it out there and see who wants to vote on it to see. I'm curious on my end what y'all like to watch out there, and I'd be curious what wins, which I think I got a pretty good guess on what's going to win. But just a little poll we're gonna toss out there and kind of see how that goes.
I like it.
All right. With that being said, this is a pretty quick show. We're gonna shut this thing down. Like, share, and subscribe if you would on the YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and you can follow us on Facebook for all your pictures and videos and all that good stuff. That being said, thanks for coming on, Casper.
Oh yeah, it's been real. Y'all be sure to watch football. One last thing. It's very important. American won the Freedom 250 in D.C. I'm sure the fix was in. Alex Blow had a lot of problems for somebody that wins every race of IndyCar races. I'm just saying. I think the fix was in, but Kyle Kirkwood got the win.
There we go. With that being said, we're going to say see you in the next one.